Hello guys, it is me Daniel96 back here for another video, and today we'll be making our round 3 tips of the 2024 AFL season. So as you can see, here are our results from the round 2 tips, and we actually did really well this round. We got 7 out of the 8 tips correct straight away, with the Saints getting the job done against Collingwood. The Crows, well, they lost against Geelong at home. Moving down this way, and well, Fremantle got the job done. A bit of concern at the first half, but they got there. Melbourne got it easily done, and Sydney, well, it was a high scoring game, but yeah, they get it done as well. And then finally, the Bulldogs got the job done against Gold Coast, getting their first win. Port got the job done as well, and the Giants with an easy win. And as you can see on the right is the ladder. And here are the margins for this round, and as you can see, we got some really close ones, particularly that first game where we were off by just 2 points. But overall, yeah, it was a really good round for us. We're definitely on a roll onto something with some of these margins here. But anyways, that was round 2 done and dusted, and we now move on towards round 3. And we begin with probably the biggest game I'm going to uncover so far here on this series, and it's Brisbane up against Collingwood on a Thursday night clash at the Gabba. Both teams are winless. I mean, can you believe it? Both of the grand finalists are none for 3, none for 2, and well, someone has to get a win here. I mean, how did we even get here? Like, Brisbane lost a really close one against Carlton at home, and then they lose against the Dockers at Optus, and then they had the bye, so they didn't play last week. And as for Collingwood, many thought that they were going to beat the Saints, but yeah, it didn't happen, and there was some controversies like that out of bounds with Jack Higgins, but yeah, that's their third game that they've lost, and there are some big red flags for them. I mean, yeah, this is the game. Whoever loses this is going to be in really big trouble here. I mean, this matchup is big. I mean, you expect one of these teams, or even both teams, to make the finals, and things are looking at stake here, but I feel like whoever wins this game will get themselves back on line here. So I think this will be a really close game. I think this will be a massive game, and probably one of the biggest games. And I mean, since this game is being played at the Gabba, I mean, it's hard to go against Brisbane for this one. Collingwood do have a chance in this game, and I think they have a big chance in this game considering Brisbane's form, but at the Gabba, you would expect the Brisbane Lions to finally get themselves their first win, but I think it'll be a close one. I think Brisbane will get the job done by 14 points, and I am rating this game a 95. I mean, this is gonna be massive here. I mean, Brisbane rarely lose at the Gabba, and well, I mean, things might change, but they are big favourites for this one. Alright, so moving down here to the Friday games, there's 2 of them, because we have the Good Friday match between North Melbourne and Carlton, which will be played at Marvel Stadium. I mean, this game is a bit one-sided. Carlton had their bye, so they had some rest. North had a really good first half. Then again, they just fell away in the third quarter, and well, they lost it altogether. And yeah, managed to lose by 26 points after being up, I think, 30 plus points. I mean, North have been rebuilding for so long, and they just sometimes get on the right track and then pull away towards the wrong track. And well, it's easy to see why Carlton are favourites to win. They're unstoppable at the moment. I mean, I don't know when they'll get their first loss. I mean, they haven't done so in a while. They have lots of momentum. Yeah, it's hard to go against this one, and I think Carlton will get the win in this one, and I'm predicting a 47-point margin for this one, and I'm rating this game as 72. Alright, moving down this way, and we have another big game. I think this is a really big game. It's between Fremantle and Adelaide. They are playing this one at Optus Stadium, and well, Fremantle have got themselves off to the best start with 2 wins. They look good. On the other hand, Adelaide lost their first 2 games. They don't look good at this very moment, and yeah, I mean, people had them predicting into the top 8. To be fair though, Adelaide looked much dominant in that game just because they were playing at home against Geelong. But then again, they missed very big chances. They made a couple clangers, and it definitely played a role in costing themselves the game. Yeah, as for Fremantle, they look good, but they did have some slight problems at the start against North, but they managed to overcome that by kicking, I think, 8 or 9 goals in a row, and yeah, that just won them the game. But without a doubt, this game is going to be close. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be really close. It will come down to the wire. I think it will do so for most of the game, and this is a very tough tip because anyone can win this one, but I have gone with Fremantle to get the win here at home in front of a home crowd. I think they will get the win by 9 points, and I'm rating this game an 86. So yeah, a couple big games. We move down towards the Saturday games, and well, we have some really big ones. This is already looking such a good round here. We got some really good games, and first of all, Essendon vs St Kilda, playing at Marvel Stadium on a Saturday afternoon. And again, this has some 50-50 potential here. In fact, I see both of these teams like really even towards the way they're going this season. So this could be another one of those games where whoever wins will gain a big advantage towards their season, and whoever loses might have some problems later on. I mean, I guess it's like that for every game, but this one's big. I mean, yeah, big stakes. Essendon, they didn't do bad. They didn't do bad against Sydney. They did come close, but it was a high-scoring game. Sydney blew it away, and yeah, they went away with a win. But yeah, it wasn't a bad game. And as for the Saints, after getting that loss against Geelong, they definitely came back with a crucial win against Collingwood. And yeah, lucky I tipped them because they did get the job done. It was close, but yeah, they got over the line at the G. I'm expecting some even contest for this game, and yeah, this is definitely going to be an exciting one. I think it will be mostly close, and that is exactly the tip that I've gone. But I have tipped the Saints for this one to get the job done. I think they have much more potential to finish higher than Essendon, and well, I could be wrong. I could easily be wrong, but I'm going to stick with St Kilda to get the win by 15 points, and I'm rating this game an 87. Now towards the next game, and wow, we have some, this is a massive game. So it's between Port and Melbourne, and it is 3rd versus 4th. They are playing at the Adelaide Oval on a Saturday night, and I don't know why it says 82% towards Port, because again, I think this is 50-50. Port have had some really good wins against West Coast and Richmond, but I think this is the ultimate test for them against Melbourne, who got a comfortable win against the Hawks and a really good win against the Bulldogs. I mean, this somewhat already feels like a finals match already. I mean, both of these teams finished in the top 4 last year, and they're back at that same spot again. And although it's Port's home game, I mean, Melbourne tend to play really well anywhere. However, during the game last week, Melbourne did lose a couple injuries, including Stephen May, which is a massive out. Don't know how long that is going to be, but it is a big out, and that might influence the result of this game. I mean, Port after 2 games have the second highest percentage on the ladder, and well, they look on a roll here. It's going to be a big test for them. And as for Melbourne, but this is going to be a really close game. No clear win on this one, but I'm trusting my gut here, and I am going to go for the tip for Port Adelaide to get the win against Melbourne at home. There will be a big crowd that game, and I think this will be close. I'm predicting 5 points the margin, and I'm rating this game a 92. It's going to be big. And both of these teams will also be ahead because the week after will be gather round, and both these teams will be playing in Adelaide anyways. So it will be a big test for both of them. So now we move down towards Sunday, and yeah, we have got some more games. So yeah, the next game we have is between the Bulldogs and the West Coast Eagles, playing this game at Marvel Stadium, and as you can see, it's one-sided. But we can't forget what happened last year where the West Coast were at $12 odds and managed to beat the Bulldogs somehow. It was like late in the season, but I think now, yeah, it's much different, I reckon. I mean, the Eagles will definitely remember this game, but yeah, by the way of this season, I mean, you would expect the Bulldogs to get the job done. They had a good win against the Gold Coast Suns. They got their first win finally, and the West Coast did struggle against the Giants at home. And yeah, it would be a mistake not to tip the Bulldogs for this game, which is exactly what I'm going to go with. A very short analysis, but I think the Bulldogs will get the job done by 39 points, and I will rate this game as 63. There's not much hype for this one. Meanwhile, the next game we go down to between Richmond and Sydney, playing at the G in the Sunday afternoon game. Yeah, Richmond starting their season 3-0, 0-3, sorry. I mean, yeah, they're not off to the best of starts. They lost against Port by 30 points. It wasn't that bad of a game for them, but yeah, Port just dominated. They lost against Carlton by 5 points at the G as well. But as of Sydney, they have got themselves up to a big start, winning 3 big games against big clubs. You can see why they're massive favourites for this one. But also they tend to play really well in Victoria. They're one of the, I would say, few clubs that actually play really well in Victoria. I'd love to see this game being a close one. I mean, I think it will be for some parts of the game. I think it will blow away though towards Sydney side, and I think they will get the tip for this one. It's hard to see Richmond winning this one, but it's definitely doable. But again, it's one of the few games that I'd actually be interested in watching. I think it will be a pretty good game. But my prediction is that I think Sydney will get the job done by 22 points, and I'm ranking this game as 79. And finally, we have the last game here, but before that, Gold Coast and the Giants have their byes, so they will be playing next during gather round. But yeah, now we have the Easter Monday clash, and it's between Hawthorn and Geelong at the G. It's the annual fixture. The Easter Monday games, they always tend to be good. I mean, yeah, Hawthorn aren't in the greatest form at the moment. They got demolished against Melbourne. I actually think at the moment North are doing much better than Hawthorn at the moment, because yeah, there's a lot of big signs coming up. Maybe it was just a bad game overall, but against the Geelong side, they're gonna need to produce something big. But lucky it's an Easter Monday clash, because yeah, each of these games tend to be really interesting. I'd love to see Hawthorn make a major improvement. I think this is their chance to do so. They're still in Melbourne, so that is good for them. But again, like some of the examples above, it's going to be really hard to see them win this game, especially under their form. And Geelong, well, they're on fire at the moment. They beat Adelaide away. They beat the Saints. Yeah, this is another big game for them, but it's definitely favouring their side, and I think they will get the win. I think the win will be a margin of 40 points, and I'm ranking this game as 73. But yeah, this is another game that I'll be excited to watch, because there's always some hype with these Easter Monday games. And just like that, that wraps up my tips for round 3, so I'm gonna leave it here for today. So thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye bye.